And finally back again. This time with another four-wheeler we picked up here. Picked up one of these Bombardier Traxters. It's a 2005. And didn't do too bad of a deal on it there. Picked it up with a brand new snowplow on the front of it there for $6.5, and doing some work on the guy's mower too. So it wasn't too bad of a deal. Overall, it's a nice shape here. All the plastics are pretty good on it there, and it's put this big light bar on it there. Got a couple little cracks in the seat there. Got to get a new seat cover for it. But these are pretty rugged little machines here. They got the fuel tank right in the front there. And then they got that big cutout there so you can get in and off it pretty easily there if you're older or just can't swing your legs over the seat there, you know. And they got those big vents there because the radiator is in the back, set up in the front here. It's a 500, and because they moved the radiator out of the front here, and they kind of moved the fuel tank kind of down in behind the steering wheel there. You got a great big storage compartment up here, so that's pretty nice there to carry stuff. You can take the top right off there and have tall stuff sticking out of it. Yeah, the guy, he put some kind of like a weird box here there to operate the winch and the LED light bar. Gonna have to get a winch switch there for the handlebars instead. But yeah, overall, tires aren't too bad on it. A nice little hitch on the back there to put on. These are the same things as the John Deere Bucks that they came out with. Actually, Bombardier made them and John Deere just slapped their name on them. But yeah, pretty rugged little machine. It's got the four-wheel drive all the time in the front there, and it's like a slip differential, so if one wheel starts slipping then it locks up. And it's got a pretty heavy-duty rear axle on it, shaft drive, liquid cooled of course, yeah. So, and it's a 5-speed, but it's automatic shift. Just got a thing up on the steering, on the handlebar there to shifts automatically, or you can put it in manual mode and shift it with the switch, rocker switch on the handlebar there. But when we first got it, the gauge cluster there, it was in pretty bad shape. I got it right here. Yeah, that's no good there. It's half full of water too, so. And then trying to get one of these, you can't really get them new unless you spend a lot of money for them brand new. And trying to find them used in good shape, it's kind of hard. But I was lucky enough to finally find one on eBay, and it's a little different, but it's out of the John Deere Buck instead. There's your automatic shift. Well, your automatic or manual, if you want to shift it manual. And yeah, I picked up this cluster here with the back half and the dash for about $104, so that was pretty good. And at first this wouldn't light up or move or do anything. And looking at this wiring diagram, I found out that there's a relay that sends power to the gauge cluster, and it sends power to the tail light, the brake switches, and the rear tail light. And I didn't have a tail light that worked at first. I tested the voltage, and it was very low voltage. And I also tested the pin on the plug, the back of that gauge there. Pin number 8. It's a red and with gray stripe, and I was getting low voltage there too. So I was thinking that, oh boy, I hope it's not a wire somewhere in the harness, or maybe even the computer in this there. Because I read that those go bad sometimes too, and you don't get any spark or anything. But it was running, so. But then I was trying to find out where that relay was there, and according to the diagram, it was behind the fuel tank. And well, this is the fuel tank back here, behind this cover here, up and behind the steering. And there's the relay right there. Now, it was clicking, but it must have been bad contacts in there. So I unplugged it, and then I just got just a car relay there. There's a Ford relay, and I just plugged it in, and I got all my power back. So I'm just gonna zip tie this up in here, out of the way from the suspension or anything. And now when I turn the key on, it goes through its cycle, gives you the mileage, and it's in park right now. And then the water temperature light's on. But yeah, if I start it up here, press the start button. Seems to work pretty good. And if you shift it into reverse, neutral, reverse, then if you go into gear, then if you got it set for automatic shifting, that A light's up on there. But yeah, as you can see there, I can press it, and it shifts there with a solenoid. I can shift right up the gears, or shift down the gears. And that does help out a lot there, not having that in the front like that. But yeah, you can take the whole seat right off. And then the engine's just underneath. It's got hydraulic lifters in there, so you don't have to adjust the valves at all. And it is a twin plug, single cylinder. I guess they wanted to make sure that you were getting spark. The only real bad thing about this I see there is the put a new oil filter on it there, and that's just the worst way to put an oil filter on something. So when you unscrew it there, any oil just kind of runs all over it. Gets it all oily, and you got to clean it all off. But yeah, it's a pretty good machine now. I got the dash in it there. Looks good now, at least. And it does run good. So I think we're going to hang on to this one there, and we got a Suzuki there that's a 400 Suzuki that we changed the flywheel in, and I think we're going to sell that one, keep this one there since it's a little nicer. But yeah, if you're having problems there with no speedometer power, check and see if you have any power to your taillight. Could be that relay up in the front there has gone bad. And like I said, it was clicking, but the contact inside of it must have been burnt enough there that it wasn't making good contact. A lot of guys said online there that sometimes there, if you don't have any speedometer, could be the speedometer sensor, which is underneath the motor down there, speed sensor. But that gets power from this down to the speed sensor and then back. So if you don't have any power up here at all, then you're not going to have anything down there for the speed sensor. And now I finally got a taillight too. Let me turn on the lights there. And the brake lights do work too. I thought it was going to have to be really dug into the wiring harness or something there. But yeah, it's kind of neat having the having a fan back here. I guess it keeps any sticks or anything from damaging it being back here. And you got a nice heavy-duty rear axle there. This big pumpkin differential, dual shocks in the back. Oh, and the fuel gauge there that sticks into the tank. That's not working right now, but I think I heard something kind of jiggling around in there when I was low on fuel, so I'm thinking maybe the float probably came off the unit. But yeah, so I wanted to make this video there, kind of showing it off, and if anybody's having problems with their speedometer, double check that relay up in the front there. Kind of easy to get to, just up right there. Just pop just a regular relay in there. Let's see, it's got the yeah, it's got like the 85, the 87, the 86, and the 30 on it. That's the plug numbers. So yeah. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.